makes your life better than mine? Look, and I'm like dark over here. Come over here and it looks better. Why?
Hey guys, I'm Megan.
I'm Wendy.
And if you have children that live in your home, you have maybe once or twice said to yourself, man, these kids should really help out. How do I get them to do chores? Let's talk about it. So I think we come at this from two different perspectives.
Yes.
Or maybe not perspectives, but situations. So in my house, my children have done chores for years. And we kind of set it up that we put in place procedures, as opposed to saying like, this is your chore. Mm-hmm. There are things that you do following certain events. You finish eating, your plate, your cup, your bowl goes to the sink. You get out of bed, you make your bed. You get out of the shower, you hang up your towel. And over time, these are the things that are expected of you. You live in this house, yes. But I don't think my kids would say that taking their plate to the sink is a chore.
Yeah, I agree.
They definitely have complaints about their chores.
Sure.
But these things that you do that over time add up to, helping keep the house in running order and keeping me or my husband or any of the other adults in our house from being the one who just follow them around like little adult Roombas, add up to a lot of help.
Oh, that's how I feel. Okay, tell me, I want to know what kind of chores your kids do, the daily ones and the weekly ones.
So here's what's expected of them daily. They're expected to make their beds. They're expected to hang up their towels. They're expected to, my kids are now 8 and 11. They'll be 9 and 12 within the next month, maybe by the time this video goes live. So I'm dealing with slightly older kids. So in the morning, they're expected to wash breakfast and lunch. They should wash those dishes, not just take them to the sink, but they need to wash them. Right now we have no dishwasher, but we had an issue. Once that's back, they will be expected to get them into the dishwasher. And they are expected, one of them cleans up the dog poop in the backyard. One of them feeds the dog. Weekly chores, they do things like taking out and bringing in the trash cans. One of each of them does that. Mm-hmm. They empty all the small trash cans throughout the house, like in the bathrooms. They dust. They sweep our stairs. They change their sheets. Ooh. They do their laundry.
What?
Start to finish.
Wow, that's impressive.
My number one tip for getting your kids to do their own laundry is one, never buy anything that you're going to have to sort.
What do you mean?
Like if your kid's laundry needs to be sorted by color, forget about it.
No.
So my son, everything can go in. My daughter, I go through and pull out a couple things like really white whites and laundry pods because they can't make a mess. They just toss them in. And my kids aren't going to eat them.
And how are they as folders?
I mean, they're okay. They're okay. Mm-hmm. It gets the job done. That's better than perfect, man.
Yeah.
And then they hang everything up. They hate doing laundry.
So do I.
Me, exactly. I know. They're like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, me either, man.
Okay, so your kids do not get paid for those chores.
Correct.
Okay. Do they ever get paid for anything?
Yes. So two things. They get money in two ways. And the reason we don't do it in a weekly allowance is because my kids end up with money from grandparents for holidays and their birthdays and Christmas are 6 months apart. So they always seem to have money in their wallets. And if they want more, then they can do additional chores. And we handle that in one of two ways, depending on our mood. We either create a list of jobs with what we're willing to pay for them, or sometimes when they have a big savings goal, like around the holidays, the kids are expected to buy gifts for my husband and each other and myself. Not spending a lot of money, just getting in the habit of giving during that time. Mm-hmm. And so when they're trying to save up a little bit of money during that time, we have a goal for them. And we, instead of breaking it down by job, we say, you can earn this amount of money by doing these jobs. So we're not micromanaging like $2 here, $1 here. It's, this is the amount of money we'll pay you, and it's all or nothing. You complete all of this or we do not pay you.
Okay, so Megan and I are doing this completely differently. We have just recently created a list of things for my daughter to do that she can earn money. And we're talking like trash cans, dogs, dishwasher, a bunch of other like random little things. But she's raking the dough in. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think an 11-year-old should be making $35 a week in chores. So
yes,
that's a lot of money, right?
I mean, I don't have an extra $40
Right.
in my budget every month.
Right.
for
And then
my kids'
then we get the question of, when I say, can you do XYZ? She goes, how much is that going to get me? And I'm like, I don't like that. So like, I feel like we've opened this can and I'm trying to shove it back in because like, we're just doing it wrong.
I mean, what you could do, and everyone's family is different, but you could say like, look, this is what is expected of you. These few things, because if you're saying like taking out the trash cans, if she doesn't do it, someone else has to. And if she's picking and choosing, that like, you could say like, these are the 5 things or whatever the number is that you have to do regardless, the end. And then whatever you choose from this list, we'll pay for.
Right.
If you want to earn extra money.
I think we're just going to like modify things a little bit. Like,
you're adults. You can be like, look, we tried it. We're going to make some changes.
That's a good idea. I don't want to create this monster. I want her to be able to take care of herself as an adult. You know what I mean? Like, know how to make her bed and pick up a towel after herself. I don't think she should be rewarded in money for those things. Like, I certainly wasn't, and certainly am not now. So, right? So, ew, this is so hard. Parenting is hard.
It is hard. And as they get older, it gets harder.
Okay, now here's another question. You pay your kids in cash.
I do.
Okay, so I recently had this conversation with my husband, and he wants to set up a Venmo for our child to pay her because it's an ease on us because we don't typically carry cash. And I think that's just all wrong because I think that if you have a tangible amount of money in your hands, then you know what you can spend and what you need to save. Please tell me you agree with this.
100%.
Okay.
If you've ever heard me talk about budgeting, I fully believe in cash. Like anytime someone's like, I need to rein in my spending, my number one comment is use cash because it is tangible. It is so much more of a brain thing when you hand that cash to someone than it is when you're swiping a card.
Right.
Because I was once a college student who racked up credit cards.
Same.
Never a wild amount of money, but certainly more money than I had in my bank account to pay. And it's just so easy. And even as an adult, sometimes I'll come home and I'll have used my debit card all day and I'll go to enter those things because I still use a paper checkbook. And I'm like, whoa. Like,
I spent $300.
Yeah, and on stuff that we needed, right? But it's like, in my mind, it never even occurred to me that I spent $300 between the grocery store and the gas station and everywhere else I needed to go. And I think it's really helpful for kids to have that, like, this is how much I have, and now it's gone, and I can see that it's gone, and I can't, oh no, I can't buy the thing that I want. I
absolutely agree with you 100%. So, husband, I disagree with you 100%.
I know a lot of people use apps to track how much money their kids have because none of us have cash. It's 2019.
Right.
You know, we are certainly moving away from using cash as a society. And when our kids are old enough to have their own bank accounts, and we can handle that however you want as a family. But I do think physical cash, as inconvenient as it can be, teaches a really valuable lesson.
I agree.
The one thing I would say about this is that there's no one right way to do this. Every family is different. Everyone's finances are different. Everyone's needs are different. Your values are different. Like what is important to you to be done in your family and the time that you have. So there's no one formula that works for every family. But I do think, putting those procedures in place and reminding yourself that your kids are humans that live in your home too. And, the expectation that they contribute is a fair one.
It's fair.
So we would love to hear your thoughts on this because I think this is like an always evolving, always changing thing.
I want to hear what everybody else does.
Yes. So definitely drop us a comment below. Hop on over to our Facebook group, which is facebook.com/groups/long-story-shorties. And we can talk about it some more. Okay. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.